Alright, how's everybody doing tonight? I think we're live. Let's just check. We sure are. Looks like our chat still is not working. Huh. Widgets. Here we go, chat box. Is this the one we want? No. We should be able to Oh, it is working. Good. Alright, great. We're back, boys. Alright, sorry about that. So we have been playing, we've been pretty much just playing Hardened Scales a bunch. And I've been actually doing really well with it. I've been doing well with it locally. I played in a bunch of just like local FNMs and stuff, and I've been 3-1 or better. I've never done worse than 3-1, and my local meta, like my local players, are pretty good. We have a fair amount of people around here who like make the Pro Tour and stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna make a few changes. Let me look here. I think I add one more of these. Cut this, and I need a second spell skate. I only have one spell set, so I'm going to toss this one in. Why don't I just trade for one? I've been playing Eduardo Sagelic's version, and he got like 5th place in the team GP last weekend. It's been really good. The Horizon canopies are nice, but there's been a little more burn than I would prefer to play against, so I'm actually happy to not take the damage off the Horizon canopies. So, alright, let's So I need a spell skate. What do I need? A spell skate and a. He played that Tulanowar Reborn, which is a little different. Reborn. But I actually think it's actually pretty good. It gives you it's more green sources, and it gives you another way to get like turn 2 like ballista on 2 without using scales, like without requiring the scales, and it's actually been I've actually been really impressed with it. Should be 8 forests, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's the 8th forest? Oh, we're not playing the Blinkbot Nexus. There we go. Yeah, we are. Hang on. We got 8 forests. Blink Moth. Moth, Fortress Citadel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 forests, 4 Ink Moth. Oh, we're not playing the Phyrexian Core. Yeah, okay. This deck, like this version, has a lot of red mana, or a lot of green mana, and I've actually found that to be pretty good. So here's our 75. I'm not going to update my Stream Decker because it's close enough to the same list that I'm playing. And I just want to jump into a league. I think my most recent league, I went... It looks like I'm at 2 and 3. I've been doing really well with this deck. I've had 2 leagues where I've gone worse than like break even. Looks like that. Yeah, it looks like I've played in. I'm actually surprised that I don't have enough tickets. I have 25 chests though. Although these are worth like nothing now. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this hand's good. Are we on the play? Oh, we're on the draw. This hand, like, the double Ancient Stirrings is good, like, being on the draw. If our opponent has discard spells, we're like, he takes this, and we just, like, have our best card in the deck in our hand, and 2 copies of it. Right, this is, if he's playing Burn, this is a pretty bad hand for the Burn matchup. We could play, hang on, we could go Animation Module, Welding Jar, Mox Opal. Should play the Blinkbot Nexus. So we actually have a turn 1 Animation Module and Hardened Scales. That's kind of insane. And then we also, now like we can Ancient Stirrings into a 2-drop and play it. So that's pretty good. Mox Opal is not a fair magic card. Looks like we're playing against Jeskai. Okay, well, being that we're playing against Jeskai, this card's really good, and I don't want to... I guess if he has a removal spell, we could just modular onto the servo. Yeah, that's fine. We have the Welding Jar, too. Yeah, this is a pretty good start for, like, against Jeskai, too. Animation Module is like super good in these grindy matchups. If this is another Path to Exile, so this is gonna make him a 4/4. So if he is going to bolt, I'm going to Welding Jar right here. Because the Ravager is going to make this a 4/4. So it's going to be out of the range of all of the rest of his burn spells. So, like, This is great. So that was a 2 for 2, I guess, technically, but he just concedes. Wow. Okay. Cool. How am I sideboarding in these matchups? I haven't quite played against Just Sky enough times to have the sideboard memorized, so I'm going to consult my notes. Sideboard notes are helpful, but you don't want to lean on them. For those of you who want sideboard guides for everything. Looks like I don't have notes for this matchup either, so I kind of just have to feel it out. I think I definitely want Spellskite. That might be the only thing. These Damping Spears aren't worth it. Yeah, this is the only thing. Jeskai probably plays Stony Silence, so we need some Nature's Claims too. I'm gonna shave on a Steel Overseer because these decks play Electrolyze, and that's just really good against Electrolyze. We don't need to be as fast, so we can turn on a Moxel Pull. Probably just trim an Archbone Worker too. I might want more Nature's Claims, but I'm gonna go this route and just bring in 2. In anticipation of my opponent, this hand's good. This hand's super good. So, I only boarded in 2 Nature's Claim in anticipation of our opponent maybe not having Stony Silence. He probably does. But, I don't want to... If we lose this game, we can board in 4. This hand's super good. So I'm not even gonna lead. I'm not even gonna lead on this Spellskite. Being that he's fetching here, if this is untapped, this is a Stony Silence. Nope, he just kept a 1-land hand and is wow. Okay. Bottom top. Okay. The cantrip. Okay, so he has a Path to Exile. So, Evolutionary Leaps. Pretty good. I'm gonna play Walking Ballista here. Oh, I can't. I don't have a second land. Oh no! Alright. That's a bummer. Okay, this is awkward. This is really awkward. So, we need to draw land, or Ancient Stirrings. He's just gonna Lightning Helix my face now. I still think we're fine if we draw land this turn. Especially he's missing a land drop. That's pretty good. Wow, this is super frustrating. Maybe we can get super lucky and our opponent will, play a Stony Silence here. Jeez. We're just, max punished. There we go. Oh, well. I'm going to play Walking Ballista. Actually, I can 2-spell here. How greedy is it to play Evolutionary Leap and pass? We assume our opponent has counter magic? Walking Ballista is, our worst card right here by a lot. I'm going to play Walking Ballista. I assume my opponent has Path to Exile. And if he does, I want him to play it. He's going to bolt this, probably. Yeah, I mean, okay. So Spell Snare is fine, too. Like... So we got, like, the worst creature in our deck Spell Snared, which is fine. One. Okay. And, like, Hardened Scales, we have 2 of them. That's pretty good. Now, if our opponent just has, like, mono, like, Snapcasters and Cryptics, we're probably, like, we're eventually going to be in trouble. And that's going to kill this, so... So like, let's assume our opponent has a counterspell here. He probably counters the Hanger Backwalker, and then we cast Evolutionary Leap. No, we don't get to cast Evolutionary Leap then. Do we, like... Is this Spellskate even going to do anything? I'm going to play the Spellskate first. Wow. Yeah, okay. I did not anticipate him having a Spell Queller. I think I'm probably gonna lose this game. We missed our land drop for like 4 turns. Our opponent did too, but like that means his hand is like packed with removal spells, and like we have 2 completely dead cards in our hand, and now our opponent can clock us. If we can draw a land, we tapped awkwardly too. Like now we can't even Nature's Claim this Stony Silence. Yeah, that's pretty awkward. Yeah. Okay, well now we can 2-spell at least. We can play... Alright, so we can play Hanger Backwalker and Evolutionary Leap. Hey, Heis, thanks for the host. We can play Hanger Backwalker. We can play 2 spells here. I think I want to play Evolutionary Leap first. And then... We can't. Yeah, so we can go Archon Ravager, Hanger Backwalker, or we can go Archon Ravager, or we go Hanger Backwalker, Evolutionary Leap, and play our second Mox Opal, and then have green mana to sacrifice the Hanger Backwalker. I think I like that line a lot better. So, but I'm gonna lead on the Leap in anticipation of another Spell Snare. Okay. So now we have a 1/1, or we have a 3/3 Hanger Backwalker, and we can sacrifice it to this Evolutionary Leap whenever we want. So, unless our opponent untaps and has like a Wear Tear, I think we're gonna win. This Evolutionary Leap is gonna just like do work, and we're just gonna like. I'm just gonna take Nah, I mean, if we triple block, he has a removal spell. I'm just gonna take the damage here because each one of these Thopters is like is another creature now. Yeah, we're just like winning for the rest of the game. Can we even just like win right here? We have 5 mana. Our Ravagers can make these Thopters just massive at like the drop of a hat. Maybe we're supposed to attack. If this is like Crypto Command. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm actually like very happy with that. It's like, well, we assume that, so that just resolves. So our opponent's actually dead here. I assume. So check this out. I get to play the second Arcmore Ravager now. Our opponent can only have Lightning Bolt now, right? Okay. So Lightning Bolt resolves, and now like our opponent's like very dead. So what I was going to do to play around the Lightning Bolt, had our opponent not just like given us the game by casting it in response, I was going to play the other Arcborn Ravager, and then I can sacrifice the first Arcborn Ravager and modular onto the Thopter, that modular onto this Thopter here. And then he has to, if he doesn't bolt it there, then I can sacrifice everything else to the other Ravager and modular it over. So like it's a way to play around the one removal spell that we know he has. So now like we know that he's just dead. Which is great. 9, 12. I mean I didn't actually do all the math. So this is 12. Hang on. This is 12. This is 15. And then in modulars, yeah, because we sack modular here. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be. I'm not even going to do the math. I'm like. Yeah. He's super dead. So we just saw the power of this deck, and we also saw the like how easily this deck can win when your opponent just like doesn't really understand what's going on and doesn't really play around you. Like doesn't know how to like play. Excuse me. This deck gets a lot of free wins because people just don't know how to play against Arcmore Ravager. Like Arcmore Ravager is like a pretty hard card to play around. Right, let's go, let's go! Oh, that was a good win. This hand is really bad. This hand is this hand's a turn 1 Arcmore Ravager, but it's not. We're in the play, we're on the draw. Alright, yeah, we're mulliganing this. This hand's great. We needed a second land. Yeah, this hand's pretty good. Gemstone Caverns, pass. So we're playing against some cheese. Alright, so let's think what we can do here. Citadel, Opal, Welding Jar, Animation Module, Archbone Worker, go? Citadel, Opal, Welding Jar, Archbone Ravager. Have Welding Jar as, no, I think I just want to play Worker and Animation Module here. I don't want to play a turn 1 Ravager for a couple of reasons. This deck, Gemstone Caverns, tells me he's be a Chalice deck, and I don't want to like have him play Chalice on one and have 2 1-drops in my hand. Desperate Ritual. Hopefully this is okay. Legion War Boss is fine. We can race a Legion War Boss like very easily. Yeah, we can definitely race Legion War Boss. Alright, so now we get to go land, play Archbone Ravager. It's going to trigger Animation Module. We're going to make a colorless mana to get our token. Okay. So now our opponent will probably attack. I think I'm just going to... just trying to think of like... I don't want to attack here. So turn 2 Legion War Boss. Rugged Prairie. Okay, so here we go. He's just going. Right. I assume my opponent is playing a million removal spells. So this is 2, 4, 5. I'm going to take this. Well, alright. I can block here. Okay, so I can block here and sacrifice the servo to this. I think that's just an easy play to make. It might force action though. Like this play might force our opponent to like use a removal spell on this, and then we bolt, and then. Oh, okay, cool. So Animation Module trigger because we put a +1/+1 counter on this, but obviously we don't have the mana floating. Okay, Archbone Worker was actually a really good draw. So Archbone Worker is actually going to make it so we can make multiple servos this turn. And you're just going to kind of see me go off with this Animation Module. Okay, we're going to attack. We're going to... Okay, so our opponent's playing like an all-in deck. I'm just... It's very, very, very tempting here to go like super deep on an Archbone Ravager, like make it like a 8/8 or something. But I don't think I can do that. I am gonna... So every open mana that I have is a +1/+1 counter on the Archbone Ravager, because each Archbone Ravager... I get to pay a colorless... Each Archbone Ravager activation, I get to pay a colorless mana and make a servo 4. So, I'm at least going to make one there. I think I'm going to keep this one back. I'm gonna attack our opponent here. I think I'm just going to try to race for now. I'm going to sacrifice this so I get in another point of damage. I don't need the mana anymore, and I want to have 3 blockers this coming turn. So Animation Module is doing a lot of work here. I guess I just don't know like what I'm supposed to be afraid of here. This is like a Metamorphose. Okay, so a Braid. So obviously, like, this Animation Module is very good, so we're going to use Welding Jar to save it. a play like that tells me that my opponent probably has another one. And if he does, he does. It is what it is. Okay. I think I'm going to double block and block Arcbound Worker here. So if my opponent is just going to let damage happen, this is actually pretty good for me. I could sack out to make this Ravager larger, but this lets me kill this bad Rabble. I don't know. Yeah. I'll just modular here. Alright. This is an Ensnaring Bridge? No, 4 mana. This is probably a Chandra. Yeah, that's fine. Like, she doesn't really, like, do anything. She's just gonna, like, target Arcbound Worker, probably. No, it's just gonna be 2 damage. Okay. Okay. Wow, Hangerback Worker is such a good draw. And then, yes, so we're gonna see, like, every single creature comes into play with a +1/+1 counter on it and makes a servo. I think this game is gonna just go longer now, and I'm gonna attack that, and I'm just gonna kill this Chandra. Clearly our opponent's playing like an all-in cheese deck. Wow, so many Gemstone Caverns, 3 of them. Is this another Chandra? Hazoret, the oh mama. That is a big boy. Okay. So we can... Alright, so here's what we're going to do. So this deck's kind of hard to play, but so I'm gonna block here. I'm just gonna single block here, but I'm gonna sacrifice this Arcbound Worker right now and modular it over to this Hangerback Walker and block the other Goblin, so they trade, and I get a bunch of Thopters. So we'll go block, block. Alright, we've declared blocks. Now we can sacrifice this. You know what? Actually, I'm not gonna do that, because if he has another Abrade, we just like feel real bad. So I shouldn't have done that, but this is fine. We're just gonna save the damage. We're just gonna block those guys, not take any damage. We're missing out on a Thopter, but we're keeping a creature in play. Darksteel Citadel is a good draw. Like, from this point, every single card we draw is a good draw. Can I attack or block if you have 1 or fewer cards? So this can attack or block, right? Okay. This is like gonna close the game out kind of fast though. I'm a little like it's indestructible. I'm tempted to just like sack to here, but can we kill him? Let's do some quick math. This is 7. This is 8, 9. This is 10. This is 11. This is 12, 13, 14. Yeah, our opponent's actually dead. So we're gonna make a colorless mana. We can sacrifice. Remember, every single colorless mana every single mana that we can produce is a +1/+1 counter on Arcbound Ravager. So now the servo we just made, we sacrifice the servo. Make a mana. Make another servo. Sacrifice the servo. sacrifice the Servo. See, so now Arcman Ravager's on 11/11. We sacrifice Arcbound Worker. We modular it to the Arcbound Ravager. Yeah. Cool. So I was reading an article on this deck, or someone was telling me about an article they read on this deck, and they basically said that if you look at the board state and you think you can kill your opponent, you probably can. You just need to figure out how. It's like, and that's literally what happened. I was like, wait. I'm like trying to figure out a game plan. I was thinking about like making the Thopter a 7/7 and making it a 2-turn clock, and I just realized like our opponent was tapped out and we could just like kill him. Alright. We're playing against like a all-in sort of cheese ball deck. I'm going to bring in these dismembers, and I'm not really, I guess a spell sket's fine. I'm just trying to think of like what sort of cheese we should board against. I'm a little concerned our opponent might have like Blood Moons or Ensnaring Bridges, but he probably almost certainly has Ensnaring Bridges. I don't know if Nature's Claims are going to be like are good enough though. Well, we can board out Evolutionary Leap, and I know, okay, so Animation Module looked really good there, but I don't want to get caught in the trap. Animation Module is probably not very good in a matchup like this. It was good there, but that doesn't mean, like, it would be results-oriented thinking if I was just like, oh, I should keep it in because it was, I should keep it in because it was good there. That deck is trying to cheese out early wins with rituals and probably Summon Spirit Guides and junk, and, like, Animation Module is very bad in, like, matchups like that. This hand is unkeepable. This hand's not much better. I'm going to keep it, though. Hangerback Walker is probably... We need an Arcbound Ravager or an Ancient Stirrings or Hardened Scales here. Because we're going to be doing turn 1 Animation Module Mox Opal. And then we actually need a second land to even be able to play another artifact to be able to have the Mox Opal be active. So we have to bottom that. We need a second land. And we're on the draw, so we're pretty likely to hit a second land. We have 20 lands in our deck. We also have 4 Mox Opals in our deck, which apparently that's all we're going to draw. If our opponent just like upgrades our Animation Module, we're pretty far behind. But you'll be able to see here, again, Animation Module actually could be really good. Basic Plains, white. Okay, that's a massive bummer. Yeah, that's a massive bummer. So, we saw the white mana. We should have known that there was going to be Stony Silence coming in. Yeah. Yeah. And that's... I'm still at the stage with this deck that, like... I know, like, the play patterns and the deck pretty well, but I'm not sideboarding correctly yet. Now I gotta bring in 4 of these. I still want the dismembers. Alright, we're gonna trim Spellskite, get rid of these other animation modules. Walking Bliss is probably not gonna be very good either. So, once we saw, like, our opponent do what he just did, then I, like, knew how to sideboard. This hand's a little awkward, but we're gonna keep it. We could play, like, we could just lead on Llanowar Reborn and, like, get the value out of that later. That's pretty sweet. We're not going to play Ravager on turn 2, FYI. This is just a ritual, okay. So our opponent is just playing 8 cop. Whoa. This is any creature? Whew, we almost clicked yes. That would have been real awkward. So this is just like a... Oh my god, I have to click this for every single goblin. So our opponent is just like playing like a million copies of the Goblin Rebel Masters and shit. So now I am going to play the Ravager and hope that my opponent like doesn't have an Abrade. My opponent has an Abrade. We're gonna, like, we can't beat an Abrade anyways, so I don't know why he would wait until post combat to play Stony Silence, but that's fine. Alright. We have plenty of lands. I'm gonna take Walking Ballista. Obviously, like, Walking Ballista doesn't really, like, do anything right now, but, like, I don't know. We also just went through 10 cards that none of them were Nature's Claim, so that's actually pretty good. I think I'm just gonna sit back on the Sarpon Ravager, and we just need to draw. Well, I actually just need to draw like a Hardened Scales or a Nature's Claim. Like I said, we just dumped a bunch of. Okay, yeah, now we're dead. Yeah. So, like, we lost this because, like, we just didn't sideboard correctly in game 2. Probably supposed to play Steel Overseer there, just in case we do draw Nature's Claim this coming turn. Yep. Alright, cool. He got us. Like, that's modern. He had, like, his nut draw, right? So he had, like, turn 1 Legion War Boss, turn 2 Stony Silence. Like, he had turn 1 3 mana, like, best creature in his deck, turn 2 hate card. We're on the draw. This hand's very, very tempting to keep. We're not gonna keep it. This hand is super tempting to keep. Being on the draw, we get an 8th card. We're gonna mulligan though. This hand's fine. Bottom. Yeah, hopefully we're not playing against Valakut. Okay, Birds of Paradise decks are usually decent matchups for us. Another stomping on. We're playing against Ponza. Oh, this hand's a great hand against Ponza. All right, sweet. Hey, what's up, Casey? None of these lands can cast. Hey, no, I'm playing Mox Opal. Mox Opal can cast Raven Inspector. You get out of here. I guess I'm just gonna play this land over Reborn and like let this get stone rained. I guess if this doesn't get stone rained, we just play like a, we just like get a walk like a 3/3 walking or a 4/4 walking ballista. Even if like our opponent plays a Blood Moon, we still get on tap and just get a 2/2 walking ballista and kill his mana Dork. Then he's just like locked out of green mana, hopefully. We're playing as Ponza. Well, I guess our 5-land 2-spell, our 4-land 2-spell hand is pretty good against the land destruction deck. Like, we don't give a shit about Blood Moon. We have 8 green sources. We have 4 Mox Opals to tap for any color. I actually like hope this is a Blood Moon. Stone Rain's fine. I'm just going to play another land. We're reborn because we still get to run this same play back if our opponent just does nothing. I think he was probably tanking on playing a creature. Yeah, or a land destruction spell. No. No. Wow, so this can kill Phantasmal Image, can't it? Yeah, no land drop though. No, we're fine. Like, Stone Rain is fine when I just have like mono, like... Alright, so like, our opponent is very dead here. Like, our opponent... well, alright. Unfortunately, he's gonna have still 3 mana, but our opponent is like super duper dead here. This Llanowar Reborn, I thought it was just gonna be cute, but it's actually been really good. And I really like that, like, I now take no damage from my mana. Like, Horizon Canopy is sweet, but sometimes, like, you just have hands where, like, it's your only green source, and you just, like, take, like, 3 or 4 damage from your Horizon Canopy, and that's just a bummer. So, like, this coming turn, I'm just going to play... I'll probably just play a second one Ballista, but I don't know. We'll see. It's tempting to just play Ravager and sacrifice it to itself. Yeah, that's unfortunately way too late for you, friend. I'm not even going to expose this forest. There's no point. What do we play here? What's like... Do we just play Ravager? It's 2-2. I think I'm going to play Hangerback Walker, because Hangerback Walker, like... Hangerback Walker ends up being, like, a bunch more... I think Hangerback Walker might actually be lethal this coming turn. Because Hangerback Walker, we'll be able to activate it, and then make 8, or make 4 Thopters, so that's 8 damage here. Yeah. Yeah, he's very dead. I don't have a Cyborg Guide against Ponza either, but, like, that's because, like, I don't need one. I'm just going to bring in this Evolutionary Leap's going to be bad. These animation modules aren't going to do anything. Okay, cool. GG's. Yeah, you are correct. He's so dead. He's very dead. No, not Archon Worker. I want animation module gone. I want Archon Worker in my deck. How you been, Casey? I'm a big X. Thank you for the follow. Sorry, my none of my Streamland stuff is working right now, so I'm sorry I missed that. I'm really good. I've been really good. I played a lot of Magic this week. I played Modern on Tuesday. I played Cube yesterday, and now I'm streaming Magic tonight. Like, oh, you know what? I have to feed my dog. Give me just a second. Sorry about that. T-Cars, what's up, my man? Hey, this hand's great. It's a little awkward because it's only got, Hey, look at this. Look at this. Look at this Ponza tech, guys. Look at this Ponza tech. They can't even kill this land. It's indestructible. We're pre-boarded against Ponza. I'm just going to lead on the Pendlehaven. I'm just going to lead on the Pendlehaven. Ooh, get it. Get it. That's a good draw. Oh, I clicked on the wrong land. Shit. I guess if our opponent plays a Bloodmoon, we're fine. But, like, yeah, that was the wrong land because, like, we really just, like, we, like, want to save this for as long as possible against the Stone Rains. Oh, can we draw? Oh, no land again? Can we draw a Walking Ballista one time, dealer? We did it! We did it, boys! It's like tempting to... It's like... It's a bummer that we can't play a Hardened Scales and then play Walking Ballista. We only get to play Walking Ballista for one, and then we have to play the Hardened Scales. Opponent just like misses land drops. See, like this Ponza deck is just so bad. I mean, we nut draw it right here, right? But like this Ponza deck is not good. Oh, this might be an Abrade, probably. Yeah, that's targeting my Ballista. Alright, cool. Yeah, you take a damage. Alright, that's fine. I will trade my Walking Ballista for your Arbor Elf and Abrade. Oh, we should have floated a green mana. Oh, that's so bad. Ah, that's whatever. Whoops. Dude, how sick would it be if our opponent was like just like sandbagging a land too? I'm playing Cabal Nexus because like we're getting pretty close to just killing our opponent. So we actually have 4 Infect we can do this coming turn. What is this? Ancient Grudge on my Mox. Yeah, okay. So he might just have like a million Ancient Grudges, and that's why he kept his hand. That's annoying, but it's fine. I wonder if my opponent's going to be smart enough to use his Ancient Grudge on his turn before I untap. Looks like he is. Alright. Here's another reason I like this deck over the Affinity deck. Your top decks are just so much better than the Affinity decks. Sure. I've been telling people that this Hardened Scales deck is like half a turn slower than the traditional Affinity deck, but I think it's just a lot more. I think it's just it has better top decks. Excuse me. It has better top decks, and it's significantly better at grinding games out too. I don't know. I played a lot of Affinity in my day, so I'm pretty familiar with these Archmon Ravager play patterns, and I really just like the top decks that this deck has. I like it feels really good to draw Archmon like or Hangerback Worker or Walking Ballista or like an Archmon Worker when you have an animation module on the board, or even just like another Hardened skills. Those all feel like better draws than like a turn 7 Signal Pest or Ornithopter or. You know, I've won a lot of games with this deck by just grinding my opponent to dust with Arcbomb mod or the modules and the Evolutionary Leap. And then you just have like infinitely better sideboard plan too. Are we on the play or the draw? We're on the play finally. This hand's like medium. This is like a bad Affinity hand, or a medium Affinity hand. Like, so we keep this hand. Mulligan and put on the bottom. That's good for us. The sideboard in this deck is much better too, just because like you get to play like colorless cards that you can get with Ancient Strings. And you could do that with the traditional Affinity deck too, I guess. Yeah, sure, Inquisition's fine. This hand's pretty Inquisition proof. This hand's not so good against a bunch of discard and a bunch of removal. If our opponent has a couple of Tarmogoyfs and or Lilianas in his hand, then like this hand's probably fine. But if our opponent has a bunch of if our opponent hand is just like another discard spell and like a Fatal Push and a Lightning Bolt or like 3 of his last 5 cards, we're probably in trouble. So Assassin's Trophy's fine. Okay, so that means he doesn't have any Fatal Pushes or Lightning Bolts. So that's pretty good. Oh, buddy. Yes, please. There's definitely maybe something to be said about waiting on this Hangerback Walker until you have a 4th mana source to make it a 2/2. But I think the odds of our opponent having another discard spell are pretty high. Okay, our confidence. We're just gonna jam our Archbone Workers into that. Actually, we don't even have to do that, do we? We can just, yeah, we'll just drawing a land would have been great, but like. I'm going to jam my Archbone Workers into it first, see if our opponent blocks. Alright, so our opponent's tapped out right now, so that's why we're activating the Hangerback Walker. We don't want to try to activate it at the end of turn and have my opponent play a removal spell and only get 1 Thopter out of it. Yeah, so like we were just going to grind him out with even with just that one Hangerback Walker with making 2 Thopters when it died, we were probably going to win the game off the back of that. So against Jund, we want this Spellskite and we want these Dismembers. I like to board out Steel Overseer, a Steel Overseer, a Mox Opal, and I haven't figured out what the last card I like to board out against them is. To be fair, up till this point, I've only had 2 sideboard cards against them. I could go down another Steel Overseer. So, the reason I go down on Mox Opal is because, we want, the game's going to go longer, and Mox Opal gets worse the longer the game goes. And then Steel Overseer is just, the worst creature in the deck. I think I'm going to shave an Archbone Worker for the same reason that I told you I shaved a Mox Opal and a Steel Overseer. I think I'm going to keep this hand. We're on the draw. Our opponent has mulligan. Going down to 6 is a bummer. Although, we're playing as a discard deck, so he could just go turn 1, discard spell, take our Mox Opal, and we just keep casting. I still think I'm going to keep this hand. Our mulliganing against the Jund decks is pretty, feel bad already. And if we draw even just like a 1 color's artifact, we can still play our Hardened Scales. So like, yeah, I think I'm fine. Yeah, so that like that was our animation module was like one of the best draws we could have had. I should have led on Welding Jar. He probably doesn't have a smelt, but like leading on Welding Jar is more correct than what we did. So like, yeah, we're looking pretty good here. Our opponent didn't play a turn 1 discard spell. How did he scry? He scryed to the bottom, so that's good. Mulligan to 6, scry to the bottom. Like the worst card, the worst card for us that he could have in his hand would be Ancient Grudge. Our best draw here would be a land. Yeah, so our best draw is a land. Because now we get to play... So this is sweet, right? So check this out. We get to play Walking Ballista, which will come into play with a counter on it, which will let us kill the Dark Confidant, but we also get to make a token with this animation module. This deck is just so grindy, too. Like, we have our engine set up. It's like turn 2. So this is an Ancient Grudge targeting animation module. I don't know. I'm like not super thrilled with like just burning Welding Jar on this, but I think I'm gonna do it. Mostly because it gives us another turn with it, unless our opponent plays. Yeah, okay. So now he's gonna just. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We still have like Hardened Scales in play. Oh no! All right. I think we're gonna Ancient Strings first. I don't really know what we could hit that is better than. Pendelhaven might be the right take here. I'm gonna take Inkmoth Nexus, but Pendelhaven, you could convince me that Pendelhaven was actually supposed to be the card I was supposed to take there. Yeah, no, Casey, you're right. Could have worked an Overseer. Yeah, so I don't like going down to like 3 Overseer or less than 3 Overseer because like Overseer is still great if you untap with it. I played against a Jund deck on Tuesday that boarded in Fulminator Mage against me. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah. I don't know what you're doing bringing in like the Jund deck that he boarded it in because I killed him with Inkmoth Nexus, but like that's just not the game you want to be playing. Trust me. You know, you're not going to be like winning if you're playing as to like Stone Rain my Inkmoth Nexuses. And I don't know what you're cutting for Fulminator Mage, but it can't be like the Jund deck already has so many good cards against us. Like Liliana, you're just cutting like your Lilianas for like your removal spells. I don't like this hand. We're on the draw. I'm gonna keep it. 5-land 2 spell. I just don't. I'm gonna keep it. We have like a turn 2 hanger back with 2 counters on it, which is fine. This hand's real bad against Tron. Maybe we can kill our opponent on turn 4. I haven't done the math. We can't. I think our Tron matchup's pretty good. Okay, so our opponent didn't play a turn 2 Tron piece, so that's good for us. Yeah, so we're playing the Hangerback Walker first because I assume we're just gonna have to sack out onto this Ravager like as early as like turn 3 or turn 4. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Ravager this turn. That's a 2/2, and then we play Hangerback Walker, and then I think we're coming up. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be Ravager. We'll see. Because now this coming turn I get to attack, I get to play Hangerback Walker and Ravager. I just don't think we're not gonna get 20 damage in. We need to get 10 damage in. We have a turn 5 kill is what I think we have here. I think our opponent's gonna have Tron on turn 4. If we drew a Hardened Scales, Archon Worker. All right. So let's assume our opponent has. So we're not actually worried about Karn or Ugin, right? So Worm Coil, we don't even care about Worm Coil because we can have flyers. So the worst thing our opponent could have would be Oblivion Stone, and then we could just modulate everything over to a Hangerback Worker. So let's just think of is there a way we can get to 20 damage on this coming turn? Ravager is a 1/1, so we're definitely playing Darksteel Citadel. We're playing Archon Ravager. So the question is, do we play this Hangerback Worker or do we play Archon Worker and pump, or if we Hangerback Worker and attack, it puts them to 18. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 artifacts. That's +8/+8 on this. 9. So the good news is I just realized our opponent's deck doesn't have a whole lot of stuff against us. So I'm just gonna pass. I didn't realize all of his payoffs are duds against us. Okay, you have 8 mana. What is it this is a Karn? Or an Ugin? Ugin doesn't do anything. Ugin lightning bolts me. I didn't even realize this. I guess he can lightning bolt my Hangerback Walker. Okay, cool. We pump here. I don't even know. Do we sack it? I might just sack the Archon Worker and put it on here. That might be the right play. Because then he still has to answer it. Yeah. I did not realize the Tron deck's cards just don't do anything. I think I'm just gonna play this for 2 and we're just gonna jam with this Hangerback Walker now. This thing is -10, okay. even like an Ulamog doesn't really matter. I think your opponent's just dead. I've never played a deck that was like, okay, I've never played a deck against a Tron that's like, okay, you have 10 mana. What are you gonna do? Is it a Karn? Our opponent's just dead. This is sweet. Okay. I guess we don't have another sack outlet, so let's just think here. 4. So we can sacrifice this. That's a 5/5. I mean, we're definitely like sacking up here. So this makes 4. Okay, so hang on. I think we might actually be able to kill him. So we want to sacrifice here. We're in trouble if our opponent has exactly Dismember, I think. Alright, so now we have 7, 11, 12, 13 damage, so we still need to sacrifice this guy. Okay, that resolves, so now we have 6 damage and 8, so now we have exactly lethal. So now we sacrifice this to himself. Yes. Dump it on a Thopter. Oh, we just beat an Ugin. I gotta take a screenshot of this one. Hang on. Holy cow. What is this yelling at here? Show chat? Oh. We just didn't care about a Karn or an Ugin. That was great. Now we get to bring in this Damping Sphere card. Wow. Oh, that was fun for me. 4 Nature's Claim. Oh, we're not even gonna bring in the Damping Spheres? I'm looking at my sideboard notes. Yeah, 4 Damping Spheres, 2 claim. 2 claim. Cut the Grandy cards on 2, 3, 4. Put a jar. Spellskite? We don't care about. We don't need Spellskite. Wow, hey, what's up, the dude? I like your name a lot. That was awesome. I really don't think that I've played Infect against Tron a lot, and like Infect has a great Tron matchup, but like I've never had it set up like that. This hand's fine. I'm gonna keep it. It's a little slow. We have like Damping Sphere to like slow him down. It's possible that we shouldn't keep this hand, actually. As I play a turn 1. Damping Sphere. I'm not even going to play this Damping Sphere in turn 1. Mostly because this Damping Sphere in turn 1 would, like, ruin us, too. I'll just play a turn 1 Hanger Backlog here. So now, we just have to hope that our opponent doesn't have answers to 2 Damping Spheres. I guess 3 Damping Spheres. I'm not even going to play this other Damping Sphere. So if our opponent has like a welding jar, yeah, if our opponent has a welding jar, or not a welding jar, an Oblivion Stone, I don't want to get both of them killed by the Damping Sphere. Sure. I don't think Ancient Strength can find anything that we actually care about. I guess like a Karn is like, if he just like goes like land, Karn, we have a pretty slow like clock against him. And he's just playing like 1 mana spells. So now he just like can't play a spell off this, right? So he just like wasted that to draw a card. I don't think you can cast whatever you're trying to cast right now. Yeah, he was trying to cast something, and that's not gonna work. I'm not doing the math. It's possible I should be supposed to do the math to see like when I'm supposed to stop trying to grow this Hangerback Walker and I should just start turning it sideways. But like we have our opponent in the lock. Here's the Oblivion Stone, right? Maybe, so playing the second Damping Sphere does make it so he can't, like, cantrip through all this stuff. Deal. You have a 1/1 Hangerback Walker. We're gonna kill it. It's dead. He didn't even ping me. That's hilarious. Okay, now I think I want to play this second Damping Sphere. It's actually probably just not worth playing the second Damping Sphere. Alright, our opponent is dead this coming turn. So 2, 4, 5, 6. Like, this is at worst a Hangerback Walker? Okay. Not Hangerback Walker, Wormcoil Engine. So Wormcoil Engine's like pretty good against us here. Alright, let's think here. So what are we doing about this Hangerback Walker or this Wormcoil Engine? We can I think I'm going to attack this Hangerback Walker into it. Probably should have played another Hangerback Walker. That was a mistake. Yeah, I know he gained life, but we're going to just start chipping him with these Inkmoth Nexus, with this Inkmoth Nexus, and like these Thopters. Yeah, we could be on the infect plan. I think the line I took is fine. God, this is just like a Karn now, right? Or is this just like another Wormcoil Engine? Yeah, it's a Karn. Okay. So I'm gonna. I know this maybe looks goofy, but this is. I'm gonna block, and then I can use Welding Jar to save the Walking Ballista, and then we can just attack Karn to death. Whoops! I did not do my regenerate. Okay, we might have just lost the game because of that. Whoops! I was looking at chat. Yeah, we lost. Whoopsies. It happens. We'll just win this time. Yeah, Ravager. Yeah, well, you're right, T-Karth. Ravager would have been a really good draw. Looks like I got. Hang on here. Yeah, so I like to play first. This matchup seems so good for me. Okay, we have no turn one play. Win only ends. Mulligan. Gross. I'm gonna play two. I'm gonna keep this because we get a scry. Maybe I'm gonna get punished here because like we have 2 damping spheres. Opponent's mulligan to 5. Alright, top. Alright. So we're basically just playing like a turn behind here, which annoying, but not super worried about it. I'm gonna lead on this on the off chance that my opponent I actually want my opponent to just Nature's Claim this if he has a Nature's Claim. He's already down to 5 cards. So, alright. I'm just going to Ancient Stirrings, guarantee my next land drop. I actually think we're going to lose this game. This game is, like, not... This game does not look like it's coming together. Like, 2 Damping Spheres is a lot. Tap out. Tap out for a Sultan's Scrying. Do it. You won't do it. Do it. No point in playing that Arcbound Worker. So he just had Tron. So he could just like, oh, he has Nature's Claim too? That's so good. Now he has 5 mana. Okay, so hopefully this second Damping Sphere is just gonna get at him. Ancient Stirrings gets Chromatic Sphere. Okay, he's gonna play the Chromatic Sphere. Because we know one of the cards in his hand is Chromatic Sphere. He's just going off. Okay. 1 card in hand. We have 3. We can have 4 mana here. So we can play Damping Sphere and Hangerback on 1. little awkward, but... Well, isn't that just bad sequencing? If one of our opponent's last 2 cards in hand is Nature's Claim, I'm just gonna it's just gonna happen. That's just gonna be it. Ancient Strings, fine-ish. So here's the problem. Our opponent is just gonna make, our opponent is just gonna make land drops and just beat us like straight up. We need to draw like a Welding Jar. Like we're just like, we don't have any pressure, and like we severely screwed up by not playing Hangback Walker first that turn. So we're like we're in a lot of trouble here. He just gets another Urza's Tower, and then his last 2 cards in hand are probably like Oblivion Stone and Ulamog. I think we lost game 2 to just like our own, just like being like bad. That's a really good draw. That's a really, really good draw. So now we can... Oh, I meant to put it... No! So, I wanted a modular over here right away. Ah, shit. Because now I'm only going to get... Yeah, now Oblivion Stone just like wins in the game. I meant to put it on the Hangerback Walker. Shit. Yeah, now we're just like dead. That doesn't actually do anything. Alright, so we do get to stack this, so we get to make a big Thopter. Okay, that was a mistake from our opponent. That was a massive mistake from our opponent. Okay. So, apparently we're just not going to get punished for our massive mistake. Now, it's 1,000% possible that our opponent just has another Oblivion Stone and we're dead. But we definitely have an out here. If our opponent doesn't have another Oblivion Stone... Okay, our opponent has another Oblivion Stone, so we're dead. Okay, well, that happens. Alright. We got everybody hanging out in chat tonight, guys. Thanks for coming out. We got T. Carth. We got Casey. I think Andrew was here earlier. We got the whole gang. Alright. What are the odds of our Tron deck, our Tron opponent's last 3 cards in their hand being nothing? Yeah, no. The odds are 0. Yay! Alright, GG's. Well, we broke it when we went 3-2. Alright, cool. Alright, dude bros. Let's see, what are these chests worth? Let's hang on here. At all open minded. Trade. Card hoarder. Buy bot. Buy bot. Trade. Go with the top one. Alright, let's see what they're worth. 47 ticks, which is 27 or 47 divided by 26. I think they were worth like 1 point. Yeah, so they're under 2. When they're under 2, isn't the EV to open them? I don't know. I'm gonna open like 5 of them right now on stream because fuck it, why not? Open 1. Let's see here. Seed the Land is our rare. I don't even know what this is. What set is this from? Hello? It doesn't even let me zoom in. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, its controller creates a 1 green snake token. Okay, that's from Kamigawa. Okay, open 1. What do we got? Come on, dealer. 12 new items. Oh, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we got our one. We got half of our chest back, and then Sarah Angel. I didn't know she's a rare now. Gale Powder Mage. We're just getting like and turn Timber Sower. What is this guy? Whenever 1 or more lands are put in your graveyard from anywhere, create a 0/1 plant token, sacrifice 3 plant tokens, regenerate. Okay, cool. Brainstorm. Hey, that's cool art. That's cool, Brainstorm. That's a Jace art, right? Crash of Rhinos. Alright. One more after this one. 40 play points. Alright, cool. So that like pays for like 3 chests, and we've opened 5. So we are a little below our EV, but that's fine. Ooh, a KCI. Look at that. Now we can build a KCI now, guys. Speaking of KCI, I know a guy by the name of Casey. He's a pretty cool guy. He's a Casey guy. E-Price Park Clan. Ironworks. Yeah, it's worth one. It's worth a tick. So I think we came out about even on opening those chests. Yeah. Was it 9 o'clock? I don't think I have enough time to do another full league. So, just a second. I'm going to stop the record. I'm going to keep the stream up. I'm going to start up another league. I don't think I'll finish it. But I'm going to do another league. Just a second. I'm going to stop the recording here for YouTube.